Continuing on with more arguments you can make surrounding individual claims, we're going to talk about these four issues. First, utilization review. Most insurance companies have the capability to have internal staff look at how the medical treatment is being used by the injured worker to see if it's appropriate for the treatment. This is to make sure that there aren't mistakes made by either the treating physician or perhaps a specialist they've been referred to, or a clinic or a hospital, to make sure that the proper treatments are being applied for the injury that has been diagnosed. But times mistakes are made, and so utilization review can do a really good job in protecting the employer from paying too much, but sometimes it fails. And so a good argument can be made that utilization review missed and certain treatments were paid for that really should have been objected to. And perhaps another insurance company with a superior effort at utilization review would have caught that. So that claim might be discounted in the minds of the underwriter looking at future pricing. Next is the use of specialists. This is somewhat similar to utilization review. It might be discovered that in fact a primary treating physician diagnosed a particular injury that wasn't that severe, perhaps a shoulder strain, for example, and recommended that the injured worker go out and see specialists for that, when in reality the primary treating physician could have handled that claim internally all by themselves. Again, utilization review should catch this, and this is obviously a pretty technical discussion that your brokers should be having with the claims people at the insurance company on each claim, and most good brokers have specialists now for workers' compensation claims review. But just to educate the employer to know that this can be an issue that can help or hurt you depending on how you make the argument. Change safety procedures. This is a pretty straightforward one. If you've made safety procedure changes since a particular injury happened, and those changes would likely have prevented that past claim, that's a good argument for any new underwriter as to why that old claim should not be considered in the pricing going forward. So for example, if you had let's say you had a lifting injury where an employee lifted 50 pounds, and after that injury you decided that the new procedure was that anything over 30 pounds was going to require what is called a buddy lift, or two people lifting it instead of one, and that you have good enforcement procedures with regard to lifting and requiring buddy lifts for anything over 30 pounds. That's a good argument that that prior claim shouldn't be counted in the premium going forward. And then finally, faulty accident investigation. This could be something internally where you have an accident investigation procedure separate and apart from the simple reporting of the workers' compensation claim to the insurance company. And perhaps your own accident investigation failed. So for example, there may be a second claim caused by the same exact faulty guard on a machine, and had proper accident investigation been performed on the first claim, you would have caught the fact that the injury was caused by the faulty guard, would have replaced the guard, and the second claim could not have happened. That might be a good argument that you could make that could convince an underwriter to not consider that old claim in future premium.